Hello, I'm Valerie, also known as One Motivator for You. I'm coming to you from TrimUp, where we train, redirect, inspire, motivate, and uncover potential. I just wanted to jump in here real quick to make sure that you know this is National Women's Month. The whole month of March, we will be celebrating women from all over the world. These are women from the past, and these are also women in the present that have somehow touched our lives. They've impacted us, they've inspired us, and we also want to talk about those that have actually created paradigm shifts. So today, I want to talk about someone that we all know, or we all have had this experience with this person in some way. The legacy of Big Mama. That's right, we all had a grandmother, and most of us were fortunate enough to know our grandmothers, and we called her different names. Some of us called her Big Mama, Medea, Nana, Granny, Momma, Grandma. Whatever you called your grandmother, I called mine grandmother. That's how I addressed her. And I loved her so dearly. And she is had such an impact on my life, as we spent so much time together, because she actually raised me. And 10 things that I remember about my grandmother, and I'm sure these attributes match your grandma as well. She was such a loving woman. She loved her family, she loved her friends, and her community. She was very compassionate and very generous. She didn't mind sharing the little bit that she had with everyone around us. She would cook and was a great cook, and I'll never forget her wonderful gumbos and greens and ham and chicken. Those are the things that I remember, and she put so much love into her pies and her cakes. And not only was she generous, she was humorous. Many of us watch see Tyler Perry and that character Medea. Well, guess what? In my community, I know some women that really were characteristic of Medea, and they were so funny. They were yet stern, but they were loving and would take anyone in. And I don't know about your grandmother, but my grandmother was very wise. She was a very wise woman, and she would share her wisdom at the kitchen table. Knowledge, counseling. I said that she was a kitchen table counselor, because she would counsel the family, the friends, and those that would come by and have coffee and tea with her, as she would share her wisdom and knowledge. And my grandmother was a dedicated, faithful woman. She was dedicated to her family. She was dedicated and faithful to her church, where she served in the choir, and she was an awesome and wonderful singer. And I don't know about you, but I had a praying grandma. I would have to say that the prayers that my grandmother lifted up was the grace that I'm experiencing today in my life from my grandmother's prayers. And my grandmother showed such strength. These big mamas that we knew coming up were just the pillars of society, showed great strength. And these women were not only respected themselves, they respected the people around them. They commanded respect, they demanded respect, but most of all, she earned her respect. So if you are fortunate enough to still have your grandmothers, make sure you acknowledge her. Make sure you share with her how much you love and enjoy her. And those of you that no longer have our grandmas, our big mamas, our Medeas, our nanas, our Momma, grandma, whatever you called her, remember the lessons that she taught us, and never ever forget the legacy of Big Mama. So as you go throughout your week, remember, your thoughts shape your world, but you shape your thought. And I'll see you soon with another woman that we will highlight in the month of March. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.